Coming up on the District Dish, a tragedy for television icon. Dick Clark dies due to a massive heart attack. Find out how he is remembered.
And later, check out the new inductees for the 2012 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. District Dish starts right now.
Hello, I'm Brittany Hood.
And I'm Laura Rifkin. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of District Dish. Let's get to it. Pop sensation Justin Bieber has joined creative forces with country singer Taylor Swift. Bieber announced his collaboration with Swift to a British radio station in a recent interview. Although Bieber did not provide the name of the song, he says his third album, Believe, is something to look forward to. And what do Guns N' Roses, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and The Miracles and the Beastie Boys have in common? They're the new inductees to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. CNN correspondent Melissa Reed has the details.
Outside Public Hall Saturday, fans lined up early, very early.
You girls are the very first in line. Who are you here to see?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
All to spot a star on the red carpet. A rock star welcome, and for some, a trip back home.
Practicing on the front porch on the west side of Cleveland, and then I got discovered on the east side of Cleveland. And yeah.
George, real quick, who are you here to see?
Dr. Bailey.
I'm here to see everybody. You know, Chili Peppers is part of our family. Donovan and, you know, everybody on the show. Smokey Robinson's my hero, and I heard he was going to be here.
George, you're walking the red carpet. What are you wearing?
Let me see it.
I'm wearing some George Clinton.
Being here, you get to see the whole thing, all the fans, how much they really love you. So it's really great.
You're also riding the red carpet. What are you wearing?
Actually, this is a Donna Karen, which I love her stuff because it fits you nice.
Well, you look gorgeous. Go have fun.
Thank you.
Others just legends of rock and roll.
How's it feel to be in Cleveland right now? How's this feel?
Well, I'm a Midwest guy. I'm from Detroit, you know, so Cleveland's sort of our backyard there. So rock and roll belongs in the Midwest, I think.
Have fun, dance.
What do you think of our fair city here?
I love Cleveland. I come here often, and it's a beautiful city.
And some stars just being fans.
Definitely the Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Sure.
Guns N' Roses.
They added a lot of new Chuck D's, some new ones.
Yeah, Chuck D. Amazing.
Rock.
So cool.
Been here a bunch of times. I could get lost in the Rock Hall forever. So it was great to come back. And a lot of my friends are getting inducted this year. Guns N' Roses.
Sure.
Beastie Boys, Chili Peppers, even legends like Donovan.
Kicking up sand, just pots on my tail because I'm in demand.
It's amazing. I mean, when you're a musician and you're from the place where the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is, there's nothing like it.
I think everything's great, and Cleveland's put on a real good show.
It's pretty cool to see just everyone coming together and celebrating rock and roll.
Rocker Ted Nugent isn't one to keep his opinions to himself. Nugent attended the National Rifle Association convention in St. Louis over the weekend, where he reportedly said that Obama administration was vile, evil, and America-hating. Nugent encouraged the crowd to support GOP candidate Mitt Romney in his quest for the presidency. Nugent officially endorsed Romney in March. Giuliana and Bill Rancic just announced that they will be expecting their first child. After suffering a miscarriage in 2010 and then being diagnosed in 2011 with breast cancer, G&B's marriage has become stronger, sources say. They will be using a gestational surrogate. The Rancic family say that this is a dream come true. Angelina Jolie has just accepted the position as Special Representative for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. Jolie has worked for the UNHCR for over 10 years. She is expected to handle more complex emergencies, protracted crises. Jolie said her experience with the UNHCR has been sometimes heartbreaking, but always rewarding. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers found themselves a few guitars short of their normal set this week, and Supermodel is taking it all off for a good cause, showing people that you don't have to go under the knife to look beautiful. Carl Azuz has the story in today's Hollywood Minute.
Kick off their tour this week minus some crucial equipment. Someone made off with 5 mostly vintage guitars from a soundstage where the band was rehearsing. Petty took to Twitter to plead for the instrument's return. No questions asked. A $7,500 reward is being offered. Actor Ryan O'Neal is battling cancer. The 70-year-old was recently diagnosed with prostate cancer. O'Neal released a statement Monday saying, "Although I was shocked and stunned by the news, I feel fortunate that it was detected early. and according to my extraordinary team of doctors, the prognosis is positive for a full recovery. Heidi Klum is the latest celeb to take it all off. The 38-year-old appears nude in the May issue of Allure. The mother of 4 and host of Project Runway says she's proud to show off her body and even prouder that she's never undergone plastic surgery. Klum recently filed for divorce from husband Seal after 7 years of marriage. She tells Allure, sometimes dreams don't turn out the way you plan. For Hollywood Minute, I'm Carl Azus.
New video has just been released that shows Grammy-winning country duo Sugarland discussing the stage collapse in Indianapolis last August. The duo was set to perform on the stage at the Indiana State Fair moments before it collapsed, ultimately killing 7 people. During a recent deposition that is linked to lawsuits surrounding the collapse, Jennifer Nettles and Christian Bush were asked about the fans who were waiting for the duo to start the concert.
Are you blaming your fans for waiting until your show began instead of leaving?
No, of course not.
It was not on wait for your show to begin on August 13, 2011, was it?
If they thought the show was going to begin, yes, not unreasonable.
Reports from 2 independent consulting firms hired to investigate the collapse agreed that the stage was not compliant with regulations and that there was no sufficient emergency plans in place. And Beyoncé was seen taking little baby Blue out for a stroll in the streets of New York. Beyoncé was glowing with baby Blue strapped close to her chest. They were headed to see Solange at her home in New York. Also in the works for baby Blue is a scrapbook made by Bee herself. She plans to put lyrics, quotes, and pass down recipes from her mom, Tina Knowles. The Jacksons will be going back on tour this summer. There are 27 cities on their list, and they are calling it the Unity Tour 2012. The tour will include the remaining Jacksons, which include Jackie, Jermaine, Marlon, and Tito. This will be the first time the brothers have toured since their 1984 Victory Tour. Last week, Dick Clark died at the age of 82 from a massive heart attack. Dick Clark was known to be the man behind changing the way TV pop culture and music influence people. Without Dick Clark, shows like TRL and Glee would have never existed. He was also a mentor to Ryan Seacrest and helped with American Idol. Debbie Gibson, Aubrey O'Day, and Dolly Parton were among a few celebrities who remembered his work and their personal relationship with Dick Clark. Sarah Endo has the story.
He was known as the world's oldest teenager. Dick Clark began his career on the weekly dance party that would later be known as American Bandstand in Philadelphia in 1956. The show became a national and later an international sensation after it was picked up by ABC 1 year later. In spite of racial attitudes at the time, Clark was a pioneer in promoting African American artists like Percy Sledge, the Silhouettes, the Supremes, and Gladys Knight and the Pips. An appearance on American Bandstand launched many a musical career, and from Jerry Lee Lewis to Janet Jackson, they all wanted Dick Clark to give their record a spin.
If you look at the history of American Bandstand, it covers everything. From popular music back to the big band days when we started in 1952 with Perry Como and Eddie Fisher and the Four Aces and so forth, through the rock and roll period, country music, rhythm and blues, rap music, heavy metal, it is everything.
But music wasn't his only beat. Clark proved to be a prolific businessman and television icon, hosting the game show The $25,000 Pyramid, TV's bloopers and practical jokes, and of course, the annual New Year's Rockin' Eve broadcast. He turned his Dick Clark Productions into a multi-million-dollar media empire.
There'll be some other surprises along the way.
Clark also had a hand in the global fundraiser Live Aid and in the grassroots Farm Aid. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1993.
Has a nice beat. See, you said the magic words.
From the early days of rock to the present, Dick Clark had a way of bringing us the tunes that had a good beat and memories of Saturday afternoon sock hops. I'm Sandra Endo reporting.
Coming up after the break, the Howard Theater gets a facelift. Find out more about the new renovations.
And find out which movie made over $2 million globally. Stay tuned.